scary, and I hope that they can find him soon because, I know that it's changed the way I've perceived my surroundings.
A community on edge tonight. 2 deadly stabbings, a 3rd victim fighting for their life in the hospital as we speak, and the suspect is still on the run. Good evening, I'm Chris Thomas.
I'm Laura Painter. A lot of questions and a lot of fear in the Davis community as investigators search for answers.
ABC 10 was there as many brought their concerns to city leaders tonight, but first, a look at the latest on the investigation. This all started last Thursday morning when police found a 50-year-old unhoused man stabbed to death in Central Park in Davis. Police believe he was killed overnight on a bench where he would normally sit and sleep. There are no witnesses so far in that killing. On Saturday night, police found another victim of a deadly stabbing, this time in Sycamore Park, and the victim was a 20-year-old UC Davis student.
People are generally scared, they're concerned. We're trying to understand what is going on in the city of Davis.
On Monday night, police responded to a report of an unhoused woman in her 60s who was stabbed in her tent. Police say she's fighting for her life in critical but stable condition at UC Davis Medical Center in Sacramento. UC Davis police providing an update on steps they're taking to keep students safe.
We are providing them really all-day transportation to and from residents anywhere on campus. It's called our Safe Rides program. So those vans are running about 16 hours a day.
Investigators have been going door to door around the 3 crime scenes, asking neighbors and businesses for any security video they might have to identify the suspect. Police don't have city surveillance video. Witnesses in the 2nd and 3rd stabbings did provide a description.
We are looking for a light-complected male with curly hair, about 5'6" to 5'9" tall with a thin or slender build. He was last seeing a dark-colored sweatshirt with black Adidas-style pants with a white stripe on the side, black shoes, and wearing a brown backpack.
Community members have submitted hundreds of tips in the last few days. Surrounding police departments and sheriff's offices are helping with the investigation as well as the FBI. And the Department of Justice is assisting in processing physical evidence, including a search for DNA evidence. Meanwhile, campus police are working to provide mental health assistance as well.
And we do know we have students here that may be traumatized by that. They're very concerned, and we really want to deal with that. We are building a really good response team using our fire department with paramedics, social workers that can respond. We're trying to do everything we possibly can, knowing that we have young adults coming onto their campus experiencing tragedies like this for the very first time in their life.
And that brings us to tonight's Davis City Council meeting. The mayor and city manager tossed out their regular agenda to focus on these stabbings. ABC 10's Luke Clary is live in studio right now. And Luke, you were at that meeting. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, in fact, we've been in Davis for the last few days talking with people as all of this unfolds. And a lot of people are just shaken by how random it all seems. Investigators trying to put the pieces together.
The quiet college town of Davis is in shock. City Council dedicating their Tuesday night meeting to the deadly stabbing spree.
Having received so many tips, it's been a challenge to keep up with them and to investigate all of them timely.
Police Chief Darren Piddle with an update on the investigation, describing one tip just before the 3rd stabbing happened Monday night of a man matching the suspect description hiding behind trees near a homeless camp.
The number of tips that were coming in, it wasn't prioritized at the highest level. And as it turns out, it's likely that the information was accurate, and that probably was the suspect who ended up stabbing the 3rd victim last night.
The chief said it's more probable than not that the same suspect carried out all 3 stabbings, but police aren't ruling out multiple suspects. 2 of the 3 victims were homeless. 1 was a UC Davis student.
We don't know if it's a serial killer. We don't know if it's a bunch of people.
It's scary, and I hope that they can find him soon because, I know that it's changed the way I've perceived my surroundings, for sure.
UC Davis administrators moving evening classes online and expanding the Safe Rides program to give students more peace of mind.
We're just trying to understand a motive and a reasoning behind everything that's happening and just what can bring an end to it.
And again, on whether these 3 stabbings are connected, could this be a serial killer? The Davis police chief says that these crimes were similar enough that it's reasonable to think that we're dealing with the same person. But he said that the department has to explore all options. Laura.
Yeah, Luke, thank you for that update. And remember, you can get breaking news stories and alerts sent straight to your phone as they happen, so you and your family stay in the know. Download our free ABC 10 app in the App Store and Google Play and turn on notifications.